Welcome back, y'all. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon, Sunday afternoon, not sunny afternoon, but a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to Live at 5. Missed you guys last week, um, but nonetheless, I know you're doing well. Got some little sinus drainage going on, so if I start coughing, there's the cue. Excuse me. But anyway, I hope y'all are well. Let's see if I can get through this. This has been my plot for the last couple of days. Anyway, let's talk about, before we talk about anything else, let's talk about the cruise. Excuse me. We're going to talk about the cruise. I need you guys to go ahead and get registered now. The hour's growing near. We are going to extend for another couple of weeks our deadline for registration per some of your requests. I think September, ends a fiscal year for some of your companies, and you need some time to be able to put your time in. Totally understand that. So we're going to extend it about 3 weeks, about the second week, maybe the first or second week in September is the definite deadline. The only thing that will do is shorten your time to when you have to pay it off, which needs to be paid off by December the 26th, I think it is. So go ahead and do that. We're excited about it. SFC at Sea, and we're going to have a mind, body, spirit cruise to where we guys we get to have some fun, just get to know each other, hang out, just develop some things as we grow spiritually. That's my main intent, and not religiously, but spiritually is what we're trying to do. Bring some balance into our lives, center ourselves so that we can be the most productive person we can be. Not productivity on our jobs per se, but productivity in life, just manifesting some things and doing some wonderful things. So that's what the cruise is going to be about. Go ahead and get registered. Our agent, Greg Blakeney, you can visit him. You can see his website as well as his information on our Facebook page, also at sfcdefine.com or CoreyAGraves.com. You've got all of those places where you can go. Link up with Greg. Greg is an awesome agent. He can do it. Get you registered. We need to go ahead and get you guys registered. I am super excited about it. Got some good people that's going to be coming, good people that's going to be sharing some information with us and just helping bring us back into the center and being back in that place where we can just keep moving forward. Hey, y'all, Benny and Sonia and Denise and Catherine, appreciate y'all being with me today. I'm excited. This is a new month. I missed last month, so we're going to go full speed ahead with our new topic for this month, and that is setting intentions. Most of the time we're not accustomed to using the word intentions. I can say that just over the last couple of years, I have started using that word more so than saying I'm making a plan or I'm coming up with a goal. I simply start saying I'm setting my intentions, and I set intentions daily. Whenever you set an intention, it's simply mapping out your day, setting an intention for any type of destination. We say that instead of a goal, any type of destination. One of the things that setting intentions will do is help you get there. Hey, Pam, help you get to where you're trying to go. Have you ever said, I want to go to, I don't know, Virginia, and somebody says, how do you get there? And you say, I have no idea. I don't know. But I know I want to go to Virginia. So setting an intention will help you figure out the best route to take. It's like coming up with a plan. And, think about that in the broadest sense, if you will, with me. Think about that in the broadest sense in regards to every aspect of life. Think about setting an intention for the day, today. Think about setting intentions as it relates to your finances. Think about setting intentions as it relates to your relationships, as it relates to just life in general, and figure out how you can, through intentional thinking, come up with ways to reach that goal. And that's what setting intentions will do. I know that Benny has used that word several times in several discussions that we've had online. And Benny, I want you to just chime in, type as fast as you can, and just tell us what setting intentions will do for you. You know, most of us, while Benny is getting his thoughts together, I'm putting him on the spot, but most of us, we just go through life and, you know, we think we know where we're going, or we say we know where we're going. We have a destination in place, but very few of us sit down and set intentions that will get us there in the most efficient, most effective way. And that is the problem, because it's almost like, you know, I got squirrels playing out in my yard most of the time, and they'll just go from one direction to another, to another, to another, one tree to another, to another, to another. And it's like they're just all over the place. And most of us, that's how we live our lives. You know, we go from one thing to another. I don't like this job, so I'm gonna go to another job. I don't like this person, so I'm gonna go to another person. I don't like the way this is doing, I'm gonna go to this. But when you set your intentions, it simply means that you take the time and be strategic and be methodical in what you are doing throughout the day. You know, for example, every day I set an intention. Like I want to be able to talk to at least one person to encourage and empower them a day. That is setting my intention for that day. Another intention is I want to get such and such done by 5 o'clock today. So my intention is to have it done by 5 o'clock. And I do what I need to do with the rest of my schedule, the rest of my activities, to make sure that that one particular thing is done. So setting an intention helps give you that clear path and give you direction to get where you're trying to go. There you go, Benny. Benny says, proceeding with the end in mind. That's what intention means to him. Proceeding with the end in mind. Therefore, more clearly defining the steps needed to lead to get there. Steps led to get there. More confidence and more consciousness. Confidence and consciousness. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says that it is strategic planning. That's a good way to say it. It is definitely strategic planning. And most of us, that's not one of our strong suits. We feel like that life is just supposed to happen and life is just going to happen the way. No, when you set those intentions, you can help by the power that's within you. You can help maneuver your day-to-day activities through life. You know, that's what setting intentions will do. And that's the amazing thing, because you get to set those intentions. You get to, according to many, having that end in mind. What does that look like to you? And the reality of it is, like I said a few minutes ago, most of us don't have a problem seeing the end result. Most of our problems come with trying to get there through strategic planning, like Stephanie has stated. Most of us, we always see the end result. We want this particular job, but we don't have a plan as to how to get there, what to do. And setting intentions means that, you know, by this time next month, I will have gotten the certification that I needed. By this time, 6 months from now, I will have set up an interview. I would have put my name in the pot. So those are the things. I mean, when I say we have to set intentions, you see where you want to go. You see where you want to go. And you have to strategically and methodically plot out your way to get there. And that can be with any aspect of your life, any aspect. You think about any particular area of your life that if you really took the time to set intentions, would it not help you get to your end result better? Whether it's money and finances, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's in a relationship, whether it, I mean, all it actually works with every aspect of your life. We don't set intentions. We just let things happen and wonder what takes so long to get to your destination. Again, think about going to Virginia from here in North Carolina, and you know you want to get to Virginia, but you just start driving, and if a road looks good, I'll take it. If the road says go north, we'll go north. If it says so, it takes you longer to get there. I am asking that you, for a moment, just really think about those intentional things that you want to see happen in your life. Think about how setting an intention to be this, to have this, to do this by a certain time. When you set those clear intentions, it takes away all of the gray area. Denise says, moving forward with a secure and definite plan. Yes, moving forward is the key phrase that I want to bring out. That's what setting intentions will do for you. It will keep you moving forward. Set short and long-term intentions based on what you want to see happen or what you want to happen. Absolutely. And you do that. Most of us set goals. We're good at setting long-term goals, but short-term goals, when I was teaching school, we used to call them benchmarks. And we had the long-term goal. The long-term goal was to get the child to pass. But in order for us to see that we were traveling down the right path to make that happen, every few weeks we would have benchmark tests. We would have benchmarks. And if they met the benchmark, then we knew that they were still headed in that right direction. If they couldn't meet the benchmark, then they were not headed in the right direction. They needed extra help. They needed to sit down, needed to come up with a plan on how to take them from this benchmark to the next benchmark. And that's what I think we need to do. Stephanie, the short-term plan or those benchmarks, we need to use that as guiding posts to help get us to where we want to go. Again, most of us don't have issues with the trajectory. You're absolutely right. The most of us don't have issues with setting those long-term goals. We're good at setting long-term goals. One of the favorite ones that we all use is a long-term goal is, I want to lose weight by the end of the year. That's a long-term goal. Let's just say it's January and that's your New Year's resolution. So by the end of the year, I want to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds. Well, that's a long-term goal, but what are you going to put in place between January and December that's going to make sure that you stay on that path, that trajectory to end up to where you want to go? Setting intentions, they simply help you stay focused. They help you hone in on your destination. I want to challenge you. I want you to think about any particular area of your life that you seem to be struggling in right now. Just think about it. You're sitting there, you're watching me. Just think about any particular area. If we were to use money, all of us could always use more money. So my goal is by the end of December to have saved $10,000. Just an example, by the end of December. So it is the 1st of August. I have roughly 6 months, less than 6 months to come up with ways to how I can do it. Well, my intention, when I set an intention, I go through and okay, I can cut back on this. I can cut back. Most of us will say, well, I'll just have to get a second job. Or I'll just save. Well, no, because what happens is when you say I'll get a second job and then you don't get the second job, you consider yourself have failed. And your desire to save that $10,000 is going out the window. If you say, I'm going to do it and I'm just going to cut back, I'm going to cut back, and I'm going to save, well, that sounds good in theory, but are you able to do that? Setting that intention simply allows you to sit down and think, okay, I am going to have $10,000 by the end of the year. And the way that I'm going to do that is, first of all, I realize this is what I want. Now I am going to figure out where can I cut back. I'm not going to stop eating. I'm not going to stop shopping. That's my drug. So I'm not going to stop shopping. I'm not going to stop eating. I'm not going to stop enjoying life. So how do I do it? How do I get, okay, there are a couple of pop-up shops, pop-up stores that I can go to and I can sell books. I can sell, product and all this stuff. That's income. And I'll keep moving forward in that direction. I keep looking for ways. That is setting intentions. Benny says even more, The bigger intention that needs to be set each morning is the intention that you will stay mindful of the state of your emotions and not be reactionary, I guess is what you're saying right there, and feelings, and adjust accordingly despite the result of the plans that have been set. Absolutely. That's all about a choice too, Benny. Glad you said that, because that is a choice. You know, a lot of times we mess up ourselves by getting distracted through anger or frustration when things don't work out the way we thought that they should have worked out. You know, the bigger intention, like Benny said, is just making sure that you stay focused on where you're going, despite the obstacle or despite the opposition. It's going to come. It doesn't have to wipe your dream or your vision away. It simply causes you to go back and rethink and think and rethink again. And that's cool. That's totally okay. Just don't stop moving forward. Every day, set an intention. No matter what happens, if I get 10 no's today, I'm cool with getting 10 no's. I just know that my day is coming. That is the intention. Tomorrow, I'm going to get at least one yes. On Thursday, I'll get at least 5 yeses. And as long as I can stay focused, every step, no matter how big or how small, is a step. It is a step. It is a step forward. You've got to make sure that you continue to move forward. And that's what setting those intentions will do. You know, let me just see how many of you, and you can just put the little hand emoji up if you like. How many of you, first of all, I've heard the word intentions. Secondly, heard the phrase setting intentions. And then thirdly, how many of you are already doing that? How many of you are already do it? You already get up every day and you set those intentions. You're used to setting intentions. My day is coming. Live with expectations. Absolutely, Stephanie, it is. You know, and you have to live in that like it's already there. You have to live in it like it's already there. We don't worry about the future tense. We keep talking about, you know, what's coming and what's coming. Let's focus on what's here. Denise is doing it. Stephanie is already doing it. Benny is already doing it. If you fall down, get back up and keep the faith. Absolutely. Catherine says she's doing it. And they've heard of it. This is good because, again, this is not something Sonia says she's doing it. Yeah, every day you have to set those intentions. Those intentions are what keep you uplifted. And those intentions are what keeps you moving forward and having a smile on your face when everybody's like, well, what are you smiling about? What were you? I mean, you just got laid off. Well, my intention was to find a new job anyway. You know, so this is working in my favor. This is helping me. So when you set those clear intentions, you realize that it's not an obstacle or opposition. It's merely an opportunity. That's what setting intentions do for me. When I set intentions like today is going to be the best day, today is going to be the most amazing day, those are my intentions. But I have to understand that when I set those intentions, I have a part in making those intentions a reality for me. I can't look for somebody else to do it. I have a part to play. You know, we all want to give everything over to God and let God just take care of it, take care of it, take care of it. He's going to do it, he's going to do it, he's going to do it. That is so true. He has the power and the ability to do any and everything. However, there is a role that you get to play. There is a role that you have to play. And making sure that once you set those intentions start to manifest the very thing that you are desiring. Denise says, most importantly, when you set intentions, you will need to work hard in making sure your plan will be met. Absolutely. And that is exactly what we're saying. You have a role to play in this. You have a responsibility. Candy, hey, she says, I've tried to incorporate this into my daily routine and it really makes a big difference. Absolutely. I'm telling you guys, you know, we plan, but when we plan, we get upset because the plan don't work out exactly the way we thought thought that it should. But when you set an intention says, you know, this is what's going to happen today. And even if it don't happen today, my intention was set, so it's got to happen. I'm going to see it. It may not happen today, but it's going to happen. Sonia says, faith without work is dead. So you have to, I guess, play the role, have a role. So you have a role in it. Yeah, absolutely. You have a role in what is happening in your life, and that's the thing that we don't realize. We have all of the say so that what goes on in our life is our responsibility. We have all of the say so and what happens in our lives. You get to set that intention. You know, I think sometimes we don't realize the power that we do have. I think sometimes that we don't realize that the stuff that comes out of our mouth is what destroys us. The stuff that comes out of our mouth is what hinders us. And you can set you. I am a firm believer that we set intentions every single day about everything. What happens is you are either going to set them intentionally or unintentionally, consciously or unconsciously. But an intention is set every single day. You have to prepare for what you pray for. Absolutely, you do. So, we set an intention every single day. We'll get up and we'll say, oh my God, it's raining today. Today is going to be a bad day. The traffic is going to be horrible on the way to work. I got to deal with this. When I get there, I got to deal with that. You're setting an intention. That is your intention. You are going to have a horrible day. If you, however, on the other hand, determine that today, despite the rain, despite what is happening at work, I don't care who shows up with a bad attitude, my intention is to have a phenomenal day. That is your intention. And you have the power to decide that every single day with every single situation. We have the power and authority given by God, but we also need to have the follow through. Absolutely. I tell people all the time, it takes two to see the manifestation of anything. God can do it without you, but he won't do it without you. So you have a human responsibility, and divine intervention is what creates a manifestation. God blesses you with the vision and the dreams and the goals and the aspirations, but he don't just throw them at you. You have to set that intention. You have a role to play in order to see it manifest. And if you just sit back, I know people, I promise you, I know people for the last 30 years of my life have been saying, I'm waiting on God to do this. I'm waiting on God to do that. But what are you doing? What are you doing to take part in the miracle or the manifestation that you're hoping to see? You have to do something. Again, it takes divine intervention and it takes human responsibility. When they come together, it is intentions say, I'm listening to the voice of God, and God is going to tell me what to do. I cannot get to where I'm going with a negative attitude. I cannot get what I want to have with a negative attitude. So, like Benny stated earlier, the biggest intention is to make sure that you keep a positive attitude. My intention for the day, in spite of what goes wrong, in spite of what happens, I'm still going to keep a positive attitude. I know it's working for my good. I know it's coming together for me. It may not look like it. It might not even feel like it, but I know it is working together for my good. And that's an intention. That's an intention. Like I told you before, you're setting an intention every single moment of every single day. You're setting an intention. But the choice that you get to make is whether or not you're going to do it consciously or unconsciously by the words that come out of your mouth. That's what I encourage you to do. Wake up every single day, move throughout the day, setting an intention. The ride home from work today is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to get a chance to decompress. I'm going to get a chance to gather my thoughts when I get home. My intention is to have dinner. I want to sit back. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to watch a little TV. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to have the best night of my life. Those are intentions. Or you can completely say, oh my God, I got laundry to do when I get home. Yeah, I know it's already going to be traffic. It's traffic. I'm leaving work late. It's intentions. You've got to set those intentions and make sure that you help, let's see, how do I say, shape the trajectory of your life. You get to do that. You get to do that. There was a guy, I was listening to a story some time ago. It was a millionaire. And hey, Sheena, listening to a story, the guy telling the story about a millionaire, and they told him, they were interviewing him, and they said, "Do you think that if you had all of your money taken from you and you were sat down in Central Park in New York City with absolutely nothing, do you think that you could rebuild your wealth again?" Without hesitation, his answer was yes. First of all, I did it one time, I can do it again. The second time, he said, he was like, I know that what is in me to create, that's called intention. I know what is in me to create. If I was able to create wealth once, I'm certainly able to do it again. That's the kind of mindset that we need to embrace. It's the kind of mindset that says, if I lose everything, I'm still going to be able to rebuild my life bigger and better because those are my intentions. And once you do that and you make it a habit to set an intention every single day, y'all, you get to shape that trajectory. You get to do that. It ain't about nobody else. You get to do that all by yourself. Then he says intentions could be negative or positive. Thoughts that direct you. Absolutely. Again, you get to determine whether or not they're going to be conscious thoughts or unconscious thoughts. Unconscious thoughts are those habits, those habit forms that we've embraced, and they could be absolutely right, Denise, negative or positive. You know, you got folk that's always negative. Think about it. There are people in your life right now that's always negative. Debbie Downers, negative Nancy's, all of these people in your life that don't ever have good to say. They don't ever see a positive in anything. That's how they set the trajectory. You know, I heard something the other day. It says, we don't see, how to say it? We don't see what we believe. We don't believe what we see. We only see what we already believe. Think about that for a minute. So when you're always seeing negative, that's what you're going to always see because that's what you believe. That's what you're going to see. So you don't see what you believe. You don't believe what you see. You only see what you've already believed in your head. So, you know, if today is going to be a horrible day, that is your belief. Guess what today is going to be for you? It's going to be a horrible day. On the other hand, you got those optimists that says, you know what, man, it's raining outside. That's liquid sunshine. You know what? I get to sit back. I ain't got to do no yard work. I get to sit back, drink on some tea or some lemonade and kick back, kicking feet up, get some much needed rest. That's it. It's setting those intentions. It's in your mind. You got to do it and determine how your life is going to go. You got to do that. That's your right. That's your privilege. That's your power. Do that and watch your life change. All right, guys, we're going to stop there. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all blessed me today with y'all's comments and stuff. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for just being a part of the show. Don't forget, I want y'all to come on the cruise. That is March the 11th through the 16th of 2023. It's called SFC at Sea, Strong, Focused, and Confident at Sea. It's going to be a body, mind, spirit cruise. I need y'all to come. I want you to come just to get away, just to break away from the norm. If you're not used to cruising, that's all the more reason for you to do it. Step outside of your normal routine. Challenge yourself. Challenge your way of thinking. Get outside of your comfort zone for a little bit and just join us. March the 11th through the 16th, SFC at Sea. You can go to our website, sfcdefined.com. Register there. You can go to my website, CoreyAGraves.com, and register there. And let me tell you, we're going to have a blast. We are going to have a ball. We're going to Coco Cay. We're going to Nassau. And we're going to some other stop. I can't remember. Yogi, can you put those stops up there if you can remember, please? And let us know. I think you've already got yourself registered and all that stuff going on. So if you remember, put those stops. I know it's Coco Cay and it's Nassau, and there was one other stop. We're there. We're gonna do it. I want y'all to come. Go get registered. We've extended the registration deadline until September the 10th or so, somewhere in that time frame. We need to make sure everybody gets registered, get comfortable, so we'll know what we need to do. I'm hoping that we need to get more rooms. That's what I'm hoping for. Just remember that the prices that you see on our site, they are for a 2-person occupancy per room. Those rates are for 2 people in a room. If you want a room by yourself, that's totally doable. You just have to pay a little bit more. That's cool too, because you got this. This is going to be our year. By the end of this year, I'm looking and talking to millionaires. I'm talking to people who are getting moved up in their companies. Things are just going to keep happening. So I need for you guys to set your intentions. By the end of the year, we're going to be having millionaire conversations. All right. Appreciate you guys today. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Talk to you soon. Stay strong, stay focused, stay confident, stay defined.